Hello and welcome to SK Tactics. Friends, this video is about HSC Maharashtra State Board's revised syllabus, revised on year 2020's 12th Science subject Mathematics paper 1, and it's chapter number 1, Mathematical Logic. And this video explains us the exercise 1.2, which is based on statement pattern, logical equivalence, tautology, contradiction, and contingency. This exercise has 3 questions. In this video, we are studying only question number 1 and its 10 sub questions. Friends, you are learning with Shantvir Karanje by SK Tactics. So as I told you, this exercise 1.2 is totally based on statement pattern, logical equivalence, and tautology, contradiction, and contingency. First of all, we must know what is statement pattern. So we start with statement pattern. See, the letters used to denote statements are called statement letters. The proper combination of statement letters and connectives is called statement pattern. In previous video we studied this all, what are the statement letters and what are the connectives and all. Here also we are going to revise that all after this slide. So statement pattern is also as a proposition. See, these examples are given here, P and Q. This we also called as P conjunction Q. This P implies Q. Negation of P or Q. This all are statement patterns. So P and Q are their prime components. P and Q are known as components of the statement pattern. Now second one is logical equivalence. This is equal to, the sign equal to. Two statement patterns are said to be equivalent if their truth table are identical. Means what? If I have any two statement patterns and if I found their two tables are same, means identical, then I can say that both statement patterns are logical equivalence. If statement pattern A and B are equivalent, then we write those statement pattern as A is equivalent to B. This sign is for equivalence sign. So A is equivalent to B. Next is tautology. Tautology, contradiction and contingencies are a bit simple than previous syllabus. A statement pattern whose truth value is true for all possible combinations of truth values of its prime components is called tautology. We denote tautology by small t. In short, tautology means the statement pattern for which all column values are true. For all possible combinations means for all combinations of P and Q or P and Q or R given components, if its table comes all truth values as true, then we called it as tautology. Opposite of it is contradiction, where all truth values are false in all possible conditions. It is known as contradiction. So contradiction means a statement pattern whose truth value is false for all possible combinations of truth values of its prime components is called a contradiction. And here contradiction is denoted by small c. See, small t is reserved now for tautology and small c alphabet is reserved for contradiction. As we all know, capital T is reserved for truth value true, capital F is reserved for truth value false. Now next remains contingency. Contingency means the statement pattern which is neither tautology nor contradiction is known as contingency. Means it has mixture of truth and false values. So a statement pattern which is neither tautology nor contradiction is called a contingency. This is all about knowledge of statement pattern, logical equivalence, tautology, contradiction and contingency. To move forward, friends, I once again want to recall the total truth table of all connectives at a glance. So combined truth table of all connectives, where I made this truth table with two logical components P and Q, where P is written as TTFF, Q is written as TFTF. First of all, we study negation of any component. Let's go with P. So negation of P means opposite of truth value. T is F and F is T. So negation of P means opposite of F. So negation of P means wherever you find P as T, you write F. P, if P is F, then negation of P is T. T means truth. Next, next was P and Q. P conjunction Q. Friends, recall the conjunction format. In previous video, I told you for conjunction, if both are true, then the answer is true, and in rest conditions, answer is false. So for P and Q, TT is T, and rest all possible conditions are false. So TFFF is possible values of conjunction. Similarly for disconjunction, P or Q, FF is F and rest all are T. FF is F and rest all are T. Next connective is if then, called implication. So P implies Q. In P implies Q, we studied that first should be T, second should be F. In that case, only the answer is F, and for remaining, answer is true. So P implies Q has answer T for TT, F for TF, T again for FT, and T again for FF. And last remains biconditional. P biconditional Q means where both are same, then we write true. Same means either may be true, may be false. In both cases it is true, else it is false. Fine, this is all about combined table of all connectives at a glance. This all we studied in previous video. Those who have not seen, I request them please go through previous video and come to this session. Now we move forward to directly exercise 1.2. Here exercise 1.2's first question is construct the truth table for each of the following statement pattern. Now we need to construct a truth table and given is statement pattern. So first question is P implies Q and Q implies P. To find or to construct a truth table of this one, we need to first found how many components are there, means how many alphabets are there. There are only two alphabets P and Q, so only with two alphabets, two components, we construct truth table, and this truth table will be with 4 possible outcomes. So here is the truth table in front of you. First column is of P, T, T, F, F. Second column T, F, T, F. Third column. Now from third column we bifurcate this total truth statement pattern in simple ones. So first I make P implies Q, this innermost bracket. Then along with this P implies Q, I made conjunction of Q, and with this complete square bracket I made finally implication sign with P. So P implies Q gives me T F T T. Now this P implies Q along with conjunction Q means this third column and second column. Third column and second column, and refers TTT. So TTT, here is not TT, so write F. Again here it is TT, so write T, and FT is F. Now next one is this complete statement pattern along with implication of P, means column number 4 implies column number 1. Column number 4 implies column number 1. In that case you have to remember first should be T and second should be F, then only we write F. So we start with this one. Here is T, here is T, no TF condition, so write T. Here is F, here is T, no TF condition, write T. Here is T, here is F, so TF condition occurs, means we need to write here F. And last it is T. Fine friends. Now we move to next question. Next question of exercise 1.2 is P and negation Q by implies P implies Q. Again there are only two components P and Q, so our truth table will be with 4 possible outcomes, and the bifurcation of this complete statement pattern is first we need to find negation of Q. Wherever you find negation of any component, first find out that one after P and Q. So third column should will be with negation of Q, then after this complete bracket, then after this bracket, and then after complete statement. First bracket, then second bracket, and then complete statement. So let's see how it will works. So this is the truth table with you, where it is with P T T F F, Q T F T F. I told you, then after we find negation of Q. Negation of Q is FT FT. Then any one of the bracket from given question, I put P and negation Q. P and negation Q means I need to take and sign in between first and third column. In first and third column, wherever and implies wherever both are true, then I need to write true, else all are false. So in second row I found TT, so I write T. Nowhere other than second row there is true, so I write F. Now next one is P implies Q, the another bracket of the given statement pattern. So P implies Q, directly we know that the values T, F, T, T, and finally the complete statement pattern along with by implication sign gives me all values F, 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 F. This F, 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 F again implies that this complete statement pattern, which is in this final column, is known as contradiction. The statement pattern is known as contradiction, but it is not asked here, so we don't go for it. Thank you. Now next question is question number 3. It is P and Q by implies Q or R. Now my friends, there are total 3 components P, Q as well as R. So with PQR there are 8 possible outcomes for PQR and can be written as like this. First P is T T T T 4 times, F F F F 4 times. Q is T 2 times, F 2 times, again repeat it, T 2 times, F 2 times, and R is alternate TF. So here there are two brackets. I first calculate P and Q first bracket, and then Q or R second bracket, and then combined the given statement pattern. So here P and Q gives me T for T, and F for all rest. P or Q or R. Now I need to go with second column and third column with connective OR. So here Q and R are FF at fourth row. So I write F for fourth row. As well, last row again consists FF. So I write F here, and rest all are true. Similarly, with these two columns, column number 4 and 5, I use by implication sign, and with that the answer is TT, FT, FT. This is the answer of third question of this first main question of exercise 1.2. Let's move for next question. The next question of exercise 1.2's first question is fourth one, and the fourth question is P implies negation of Q and OR. Let's see how to answer this. There are again three components, so possible outcomes are 8. So P, Q, R first I write as it is, then this innermost bracket P, Q and R. Q and R gives me answer with connective and column number 2 and 3. In column number 2 and 3, wherever I find TT, because and is there, so TT, T, rest all F. So there are only two terms, two places where I found TT. So TFFF, TFFF is the answer of Q and R. And its negation, you all know, opposite sense. Wherever T, we write F. Wherever F, we write T. And finally, P implies negation of Q and R gives the answer F, T, 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 T. Only one F at first row, rest all are true. This is question number 4. We move next to question number 5. So next question number 5 of first question is negation of P and P or negation of Q and Q. Friends, I repeat, here your skill is how you bifurcate this total statement pattern in simple patterns. So again, there are only two components, so possible outcomes are 4. So table becomes with 4 outcomes like this. From this step, I started writing column number to help you to find you from where the values and how the values are given. So first is P, T, T, F, F. Second column is Q, T, F, T, F. Third column is negation of P. It is required because given statement pattern contains it. Again, given statement pattern contains negation of Q, so also it is calculated in fourth column. Now P or negation of Q, which is innermost bracket of this square bracket. Then after the square bracket complete, and finally the complete given statement pattern. And here also the final given statement pattern represent all values F. So we can tell this, or we can pronounce this statement pattern as contradiction. Fine friends. Now next one, question number 6. It is very simple, so I am moving fast. Question number 6 is negation of P implies negation of Q, and negation of Q implies negation of P. There are only two components P and Q with their negation sign. So first, second, third, fourth row columns are P, Q, negation of P and negation of Q. So here is the answer. First four columns I told you. Then fifth column is one of the bracket. Sixth column is another bracket, and seventh column is conjunction of both brackets. So here you will find the correct answer. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in comment. So this is very simple, so I am not explaining much more of this slide. Fine. Next slide is question number 7. Question number 7 is again simple with two components P and Q and only one negation sign for P. So first three columns are P, Q and negation of P. P, Q and negation of P. Then fourth column, one of the bracket. Fifth column, remaining bracket. Sixth column, the whole statement pattern. Likewise, we calculate all tables. Here you are we are finding all truth values of this final column are true. So this given statement pattern is tautology. This we are going to study in second question. So next question, eighth question is P implies Q implies R, by implies Q and P and Q implies R. Here are three components, so outcomes will be 8. So with 8 possible outcomes, the table is like this. P T T T T Q F F F F Q T T F F R T F T F. This complete first three columns are stable, unique for all. From column number 4 you can decide which bracket you need to take first. It is not compulsory that you go with Q implies R. One can go with P and Q also. So it is not fixed that which will be column number 4. You can do it as per your convenience. So Q implies R, this innermost bracket of first square bracket, then complete first square bracket, then again innermost bracket of second square bracket P and Q, and then second square bracket complete P and Q implies R, and then finally by condition of first bracket and second bracket. So this is all about question number 8. Likewise, you can solve question number 9 also. So question number 9 is P implies negation of Q and R. This is bit simple than previous question. Three components are there, so we write 8 possible outcomes in this table. So innermost bracket is fourth one, Q and R. Its negation gives me square bracket answer, and P implies that square bracket negation of Q and R. So note it down. Answer is first F, rest all are T. Now the last question of this first one is P or negation of Q implies R and P. Again here three components, so answer will be with 8 possible outcomes. So here is the answer. I think it is not necessary now to explain this whole table. You might be knowing how to calculate this whole table. Even though if you have any queries, you can comment me. I will definitely answer your queries. So final answer is TFTFTTFF for this 10th question. And this is all about exercise 1.2's first question. Thank you. Thank you for watching complete video. Thank you. Thank you, my friends.